Courtney Cox here with Marcus Omard, and it is time to talk soccer. Manchester United defeating Ajax 2-0. So giving Manchester something to smile about, obviously, 2 days after the bombings at the Ariana Grande concert in Manchester. But first, we got to talk about the actual game. How were they able to do it?
Well, this was, this Europa League final was a clash between youthful attacking vigor and old experience professionalism, and the experience won out. Manchester United manager Jose Mourinho is now the first manager to win the Champions League and the Europa League, or the forerunner UEFA Cup, twice. And then Marouane Fellaini, who is Manchester United's bruiser, he's like the ultimate functional player. He won all 15 of his aerial duels, so that's a Europa League record. And then they got a little luck from two very expensive players, and Paul Pogba and Henrik Mkhitaryan. They scored the goals. Pogba's was a real massive deflection that went in the 18th minute, and then Mkhitaryan scored with an overhead flick in the 46th minute. And Ajax, they were good. They had a lot of the ball. They controlled a lot of the possession, but they just weren't good enough when it came to the final third. Manchester United, all season long, they've been used to locking down games and stopping teams like Manchester City and Chelsea from scoring. So when Ajax came up against them, they knew what to do and how to handle it.
Well, it was a great thing for Manchester United today, but moving forward, what does this mean for this team?
Well, there was a little bit of an element of end of an era. Wayne Rooney came on, I think, in the 88th minute, and got the captain's armband. He's Man United's record scorer, but he's 31 years old, and a lot of people think he's done at the top level. So I'm expecting him to move this summer. But going forward, it's really, Manchester United qualifies for the Champions League. They're back in the big time after a year absence. It's going to be great for attracting players. They've been linked with some of the biggest stars in the game, and had they not won this game, I think the chances of them signing a player like Antoine Griezmann or somebody like that would go down significantly. So Mourinho really gambled on the Europa League. He put all his eggs in this competition, and really kind of eased off the Premier League at the end of the season. So he won, his gamble worked out, and now his plan, whatever it is, can move forward.
Well, like we said to start this off, this did happen. The Europa League final did happen just 2 days after the Manchester bombings. What kind of effect will this win have on the city and their healing process? Well,
the phrase I'd like to use is making Manchester smile, giving them something to smile about. The city was really the atmosphere around the game was really a pall was cast over it, where normally there'd be jubilation and excitement. There was none of that in the build-up. So Manchester United, I was really actually impressed by the way the players played, because it could have gone either way, where they put in a dud performance or they were outstanding. It was neither, but they were really focused and really good enough to win this game. And then afterward, Paul Pogba dedicated it to the victims, to the people who died and were injured. And even after the game, Manchester City, who are the crosstown rivals of Manchester United, they put out this tweet that said "A City United" with both teams' colors. So it was really poignant, and you have to be happy for the city of Manchester. They're just starting this healing process, and we experienced something like that in Boston. So it's really, really difficult, but this is just something to bring the people a little bit of happiness in a difficult time.
Absolutely. I think everybody watching that game was happy for the team. Right. But as always, we'll have you covered as we continue through this soccer season. You want to follow along with Marcus on Twitter at MKOmard, or myself at Cox Courtney. But make sure to keep it locked in right here at NESN.com. We've got all your soccer needs covered.